Alright, so this is an update um, about the comments. You know, ever since I came onto YouTube, when I first got onto YouTube, I maybe checked the comments for like the first 3 months or something, and then after that, I just stopped checking them. Um, and it's been years that I went through YouTube, never checking comments. Facebook, I don't check comments really at all. I check my email every single day. Um, I just recently started checking the comments when I got back to YouTube because I wanted to interact with the audience more and, just basically kind of get that positive energy from the people, and which I have. I've gotten a lot of positive energy, which is great. Um, but recently something happened and it was bad. But basically, the reason why I haven't been active for like the past couple weeks is because my channel was jeopardized and being terminated again. And it was very disappointing because, here I am trying to be respectful, trying to be positive, I'm not swearing, and then I still ended up getting my channel being threatened to be terminated. So what I ended up doing is just kind of just stop making any videos until it was clarified. But when I stopped making videos and then I stopped checking comments, because the problem with the comments is once I check the comments, it's like in my nature to respond back, either typing back, which takes a lot of time, no matter if it's positive or negative, or responding back by video, which takes a lot of time. So basically what ends up happening is most of my day gets consumed with checking these comments. Even though it's not like I get thousands of comments, but just a few comments that I do get, I mean, I might type for like an hour, as a response. And the thing is, like, when people are leaving comments, especially the people that are trying to challenge my thoughts or trying to, prove that they're right and I'm wrong, and these people are not like my real students. These people are basically filled up with their own ideas and thoughts and what they believe is right or what they believe is truth. And it's just, to me, it's like I shouldn't feel that I need to explain myself to people who aren't even my students to begin with. I have no problem explaining things to my students that train with me directly, that are actually paying me money directly because they want to be there. But these people that are leaving comments are, criticizing what I do or whatnot. They are not paying me. They are not accepting me as a teacher, and immediately they are kind of closed off to what I have to say or what I have to teach. And it's like I'm spending too much time um, trying to explain something to people that aren't even my students to begin with. And it takes up so much of my time. I don't really have time for anything else, and taking this time away and for like the last 2 weeks and not checking the comments, not making videos, it gave me more time for me. It gave me more time to really to read books. It gave me more time to really see, like, when I create a video, it should be a video that I want to create, not because, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And what do you think? And it's just like to the point where it's like I end up getting myself in trouble because these people ask me questions and then I make a video response and then I end up saying something that gets me in trouble. And it's just like I need to just kind of stop all that and just make a video when I feel that it's necessary, that I feel this is something that I want to express and this is important to me, opposed to just be like answering questions of basically people asking me, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then next thing you know, I end up criticizing everything and I end up saying things that get me in trouble, and it's just like I'm not here for that, you know. I do get a lot of positive energy, which is great, but like I said, it just takes so much of my time, and yeah, I'm not making as much money when I don't check comments, but at the same time, it's really not worth it, because if I'm spending like 8 hours a day checking comments and making video responses, and then I only make like $50 more per month, or even $100 more, you know, or even $100 more per month, is not worth my time. It really isn't. You know, I mean, it's like it's overwhelming. You know, I mean, like right now I haven't checked comments for like 2 weeks, and it's like piling up. I mean, it's just, and it's like when I go on there, it's not even enjoyable. It's like I'm like, man, I gotta do this, and it's like it's a burden. You know, it's like people, it's like when people say something, and then I know that what they're saying is not right according to my eyes, and it's hard not to respond. And then when somebody asks a certain question, then it's like it's hard for me not to make a video response, because I'm just the type of person that just wants to, you know, get on it really quick. I don't like things sitting around in my mind. So it's just, you know, experiencing all this for like the last 2 months, checking comments, and then now 2 weeks without checking comments and without loading videos, is just like I feel more at ease without checking comments. You know, I feel more at ease, and um, it's just, you know, like 100 people could leave a comment because it's just so easy, but there's only gonna be like a handful of people that's actually gonna take their time to email me directly in my email, and those are the people that I'll make time for. But as far as just everybody that's leaving comments, I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. And another thing is, the more videos that I make where I speak, the more chance that I have in getting in trouble again, and I don't want to get in trouble again. You know, because even like just recently, somebody asked me, "Oh, what do you think about?" You know, tell me, what do you think about Joe Rogan? You know, talking trash about kung fu, and then, you know, I go ahead and make a video response, but then next thing you know, maybe like a couple days later, my channel's about to get terminated again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's like the more that I speak, the more chance of me getting in trouble. And then I don't feel right not speaking when something should be said. So it's almost like me walking down the street, and then I see somebody getting raped, and I'm like, man, I gotta do something about it. I can't just walk on by. But if I'm at home and I'm not in the streets and I don't see it, then I don't see it. And that's kind of how I see the comments to be like. You know, the more I check it, the more that I want to respond back. But if I don't check it, then I just live a peaceful life, and I just, you know, get away from it all. You know, but as far as my supporters are concerned, I'm really thankful, you know, for my supporters, and for the people out there that support me and that want to leave comments. Basically, don't expect for me to respond back. Just kind of leave the comments to, you know, just kind of share your thoughts, and, you know, to just promote your channel, to kind of share your ideas. All my supporters, you're welcome to just leave comments, and I'll approve all of them. I'll just have you an automatic approval, because I'll trust you that you're going to be positive, and that you're going to support me. You're not going to start bashing on me and talking trash about me. I'll trust you. So if you want to leave comments on my channel, on my videos, then just forward me your username, so then I could just approve you, you know, to be automatic. So then every time you leave a comment, it automatically shows up. But for everybody else, it needs to be approved, because I'm sick of making videos and, you know, trying to promote my school and my business, and then there's like a bunch of negative comments on the comment section that's scaring away my customers and hurting my business, and just like, you know, people just trying to humiliate me and everything. And you know, that's why I don't, I don't, I don't want to, I don't want to get involved with that. I want to just, the people that don't like me, whatever, just leave me alone. And then I'm not going to mention about this, criticize people and things like that anymore. I just want to just do my thing, and be in peace. And just for us to leave each other alone and go on about our way. Um, I mean, I could just turn off the comments altogether for every single video, but the positive energy, I feel it needs to flow. Like the positive people that support me, and then we support each other. You know, I like that. And I like the energy, so that's why I have it on approval. But the negative energy, I just cannot let that get through because it's just destroying everything. It's destroyed my whole channel, and now I just have to rebuild. And every time I try to rebuild, people are trying to shut me down again, and it gets really, really aggravating. To the point where it's like, it's stressful. But that's basically what's going on. I just don't feel like I'm gonna check it anymore. So don't expect for me to respond back. And if you want to hear from me, you can email me directly. My email address is freddiesmodernкung@live.com. If you got a genuine question that you want me to answer, then just send me over the question. And if I feel like it's a good question that I do want to answer, then I'll answer it. But if I don't like the question, then I'm just not going to answer it. I just don't want to get myself in trouble again. And that's what I gotta say. I appreciate the support and the positivity, but I just can't spend so much time on YouTube. I just can't do it anymore. It's just overwhelming. It's not even about the money anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna be working 100 hours a month for like a measly $50 or $100 or whatnot. It's just ridiculous. I'm not gonna do that. YouTube doesn't pay me enough money to be on there 8 hours a day checking comments and all this other stuff. And it's just they're not paying me enough. And it's just like everybody out there. There's a lot of people out there that just feel that they know everything, and it's just like I headbutt with a lot of people. As far as like people that try to criticize what I say or what I do, and it's just like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, if you don't like what I do, then why are you even watching? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But it was disappointing going through what I just recently went through. My channel about to get shut down again. So I gotta have the new approach. Less videos and focusing on topics that I truly want to speak about, opposed to just like people setting up a trap for me. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Next thing you know, I say something not supposed to say, and I get booted out again. And it just, I don't want that to happen again. So that's my update to everybody. The people that support me, thank you very much. It's great. I'm very thankful. There's a handful of people that really do support me, and those are the people, like I said, I'll do automatic approval for your comments, if I haven't already. If you need to contact me, just email me, FREDDIE'S@live.com. I don't check my Facebook, so if you leave me a message on Facebook, I don't check that either. And the main thing I don't check Facebook is because Facebook's not paying me any money at all. So why would I even want to waste my time on Facebook? On YouTube, they're just not paying me enough money to be spending all my time on there like that. So really, I'll check my emails. If you got a question that you want to ask me, and that I feel like I like the question, then I'll answer it. But other than that, I'll be on YouTube posting videos every now and then, and that's it. All right.